Sometimes Forex trading is a wild and woolly place to be. That's why Hugh's here, to pose your questions to Walter, the naked Forex guy. Hugh's got questions, and Walter's got the answers. Here at the Truth About FX podcast.
Hey, Walter, quick question. What do you think is a good result in pips trading on the 4-hour chart and the daily chart? What would you consider a good month in pips?
Right. So I don't look at it that way. I understand why people look at it in pips, but really I think you should look at it in terms of percentage or really risk to reward. So if you're familiar with the concept of R, which is basically you're grading out each trade in terms of how much did you make versus how much did you risk and things like that. So and this is going to depend on your system. It's going to depend on your psychology. Basically, there really is no one answer. If you're like, I know traders in our little private forum that are making 1,000 or 2,000 pips a week. So at the end of the month, they've got 5,000, 7,000, 8,000 pips in the bank. But what is that in terms of the real account money? That might not be that much. So you've really got to look at it in terms of risk to reward, and that's going to depend on how much you can suffer through drawdowns. So the trader who's risking 3% per trade should be very psychologically prepared for the big deep drawdowns that come, whereas the trader who's risking 1/4% or half of 1%, that trader realizes that he's not going to be able to sit through a 20% drawdown, so that's why he has to scale back his position size and that sort of thing. So it's much easier, I think, to see how you're doing if you look at it in terms of, okay, risk or R. So you say, okay, I made 7R this month. That means for every 1% I risked, I made 7%, right? Mm-hmm. That sort of thing. That's kind of how I would look at it if you wanted to compare apples to apples. Pips just doesn't work. It's just not. It doesn't tell the whole story, because some people are going to use a 400 pip stop and some people are going to use a 30 pip stop. So it's really going to depend on how much you're risking. So that's unfortunately I don't really have a number for you.
Yeah, it's a common question though. But thanks for clarifying that. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.